China's levels are pretty high as well, but they're sort of a unique case.
Oh, they're off the scale. I mean, I've got this actually on my data page, and I've got a Prof. Steve Keen web page, which is not properly developed, but it's getting there. So that site has a page of data, and the data page, if you go to look under crisis/data, you go, so Prof. Steve Keen, there's a heading called crisis ? Which is about the book. Click on that and you'll then see data, and click on data, you'll then find, with information going back unfortunately only to the middle of 2016, there's data on private debt for every country in the world that is the data collected for by the Bank of International Settlements. Now, in that case, you'll see China. If you click on the button for China, you'll see China went from a debt level of about 115% of GDP in 2009 to almost 220% of GDP in 2017. And that's the biggest private debt bubble in the history of capitalism.
But but as we know, they're a little bit unique because it's sort of a state-driven system, and the government plays a large role, and it's got all sorts of fiscal assets and other features.
And I've seen,
but
I mentioned earlier that the Obama stimulus was equivalent to about 10% of GDP. I've seen information on some websites, which, as far as I can go in verifying it, that the current scale of the fiscal stimulus and excessive government spending over taxation in China is 15% of GDP. And I then mentioned that to a very good friend of mine who's extremely well placed in multi-billion-dollar infrastructure deals, and he said it's bigger. So in that sense, China's doing a stimulus before they even notice they're having a credit crunch.